Alright then, you crazy cats and kittens, I hope you're ready for single-handedly the most ethical playthrough of Frostpunk that you've ever seen in your entire life. Now, we're not, if you're unfamiliar with how this game works, don't worry about it, we'll be explaining it as we go through. But just so you know, witnessing it firsthand, I'm not being a basic so-and-so, I'm playing it medium, I'm going straight on to hard. Not extreme, mind you, I go out and touch grass every now and then, so I can't quite do extreme. But I reckon I could give hard a good go. So, without really explaining things, if you know the game, you'll know what's coming forward. If you don't know the game, sit back and relax and just enjoy pure joy and harmony and love being spread across the wasteland. Definitely no sin will be committed here. And there's a cutscene, I'll sit back, you'll watch the cutscene, and we'll just play. So I'll see you on the other side.
We roam the still, cold world. No horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory.
Just a standard day going up the M1, isn't it?
We were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow, and with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
Now that's what I got to really appreciate. When the world turns to cold, go towards the equator, where it's probably a little bit warmer, but no, heaven forbid. These people from London decided we're going to embrace the cold. We're going to go up north and just take it on. So we fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator, only to find it frozen and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world has, as we know it, fuck me, reading is really hard. Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world as we know it has crumbled. God, I didn't know that reading was a basic survival thing way up north. But here we are. This is New London, New Yorkshire, or just Old Yorkshire at this point. So fight the cold, we need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power to other buildings. Without it, we will freeze to death. Need coal. So essentially, look at this big old structure here. This is what keeps us warm. So we need coal and stuff. So we've got all these like little stockpiles of resources, so we're gonna assign people to them. So wood is useful for building things. So get some lads on there. We need steel to build big impressive things, and you'll notice that we've got some engineers, don't we? We'll sort the engineers out later. But we need coal, and we've only got 5 workers left, which is an awful thing. But remember, this is a ethical playthrough. We are making ethical choices. We're being good people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to consult the Book of Laws, which allows us to make a few adaptations to how we live. And look at this, child labour. Now hear me out, right? Child labour. you might say, but Mr. Landshark, child labour is unethical. But when you're in the frozen wastelands, you've got no PlayStation 5, you've got no Beyblades, you've never got a shiny Charizard about you. So what are you going to play with? Obviously, rocks and sticks. So we're going to say, hello children, how are you doing? And we are going to assign the children to work on the coal. That's what we're going to do. If you haven't guessed what the joke is of this series, then good luck. So yeah, so that's us. That's us collecting things. These guys are going to be going out collecting bits and bobs. And our first thing, you might think, oh look, there's 80 homeless people. We need to build homes really quick. Nah. That is not our first priority, my friends. I will refer to the engineering class as the Brahmins. If you're familiar with Indian culture, or if you're familiar with, the Metro 2033 book, the Brahmins are quite an interesting group of people in both cultures. And we will be treating our engineers with the absolute utmost respect humanly possible in this game, as that is how we are going to go about things. Essentially, these workshops, it's where our research comes from, and the research is essentially what we need to make sure that we survive. We're going to go for faster gathering, so we can collect from these wood piles a little bit quicker. And also, you'll notice that cold is, in fact, I'll pause while I explain it. Notice how, these two buildings really red hot, comfortable temperature. These places, however, a little bit chilly. We don't like that. Working in chilly conditions makes us feel poorly and sick. So what we're going to do is that we're going to build a gathering post around these areas to ensure that we are okay. Probably not the best road placement. I will probably fix that later on. But for now, we will continue. So essentially, people in gathering posts, they'll collect things around here. Only 10 people rather than the sheer amount of people that we brought here. And they get to stay indoors where it's nice and comfy and warm. So that is the plan. All these little resource nodes, we're going to deal with that. And then homelessness we'll deal with later. Because, I mean, you can fix that. Fixing homelessness is easy peasy. As Paris Hilton once said, why don't the poor just buy more houses? Which is what I've always asked myself. In fact, can we fit a cooking place in there? Oh, my goodness. Perfect. We don't need to eat yet. We only wait for people to start starving first before we worry about that. When people starve, that's when we'll start actually cooking the food. We've got raw food, and then we've got food rations. Family torn apart. Sir, a woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter did not reach the city with the main group, but she's sure they're still out there. She wants to join this first scout team we send out. She urges you to hurry. Don't you worry, we'll do that. I'll explain scouting later. On no roofs over our head, I will provide some shelter in a bit. 2 days, we'll build houses later. Housing is not our priority. Our main priority is making sure that our workers are nice and warm for the majority of our time here. But I will add some extra boys here, just so I've got some more coal. What's this? The wisdom of the crowd, blah, blah, blah. Essentially, we need to make sure that people aren't too discontent and they don't lack hope. If we lack hope, they'll kill us because we're the leader. If they're too discontentful, then they'll kill us because they're not too happy with things. By night time, no one's doing anything, so we will fast forward. We need to keep this generator alive to make sure that they keep us all warm. Everyone's kind of chilling out there, warming their hands by the generator. We can introduce a new law, so our next new law is probably going to be... so I would reckon that probably we need to get as much resources as humanly possible, so we're going to do an emergency shift, which allows us to force people to work for 24 hours, which, hear me out right, the most ethical playthrough of this game ever known to man. What's less ethical? Working 24/7 to ensure that to ensure that the women and children are safe, or to go to bed early to make sure that you're feeling fine? No, man. The most ethical thing to do is make people work 24/7. So that's what we're going to throw in there. Don't worry about this discontent bar. It will get quite high quite quickly. But I've got ways of figuring this stuff out. So we'll fix it later. We will fix it absolutely later. That's totally fine. But 6 people sick. In fact, I tell you what, before this gets out of hand, we've got some extra engineers safe. So let's build a doctor's. Because obviously, ethical playthrough, we need to make sure that people are not sick. So there you go. We shall pop people in there. And that will make sure that people are looked after. So our sick don't get too sick. Right, so that's one gathering post. Can we stick another gathering post around on this side? Yes, we can. Move as close to that place as humanly possible. Am I going to... One house about 2 squares long, another... Will this work? We'll find out. Once that's built... In fact, to be honest, I could probably move these people out of here just to prevent them from getting too sick. It's probably not what I want. Because we've also got to worry about things such as making sure that we have enough food and stuff. Without people, we can't hunt food. Run them on food. Oh, what was that objective? Provide shelter. Oh, we can provide shelter. That's fine. Food. Yes, we understand. Food is important. We need food to eat. I will fast forward you because we need some more resources. I'm thinking the next thing to build... Oh, hello. Child injured at work. Ethical playthrough. Go home. Rest your worried cotton socks, young man. Straight under construction. That's fine. That'll fix itself. Fast gathering skill done. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Next thing we're going to deal with is when's the next cold chill. So you'll notice that we've got a little bit of a weather forecast. This is going down by 2. We don't like this. Because at the moment, everything's relatively chill. But when it goes down by 2, you'll notice these little... I'm pointing at the screen like as if you can see where I'm pointing at. But essentially, there's these little... What? If you can see, but there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 segments of cold. So when it goes down by 2, that will make our workshops chilly. And that will make our gathering posts freezing. So what we're going to do is that we're going to research little heaters. So that way all our buildings can heat themselves up without having to be near this generator. But we do need more wood. So what I'm going to do is actually, you've only got 54, you've only got 43. You're being collected anyway, so I'm going to start moving you guys over into here just to collect more wood so we can build up some buildings. Because a lot of people are getting sick because of the sheer amount of... Oh, no. Oh, hold on. We need... we can actually remove you guys from here and stick you onto that gathering post. That's fine. Coal will be fine. Although we might benefit from collecting the rest of these wood crates. So I might actually make you go 24 hours. Yes, we'll increase our discontent. Yes, but we need that wood, baby. We need that wood. And once we get 80 wood, we can then build 8 houses. And each house populates 10 people each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, no. Poor city planning. 7. Bugger. Okay, right. We will probably be expanding in this general direction to keep the workshops warm and also these places warm. So I'm going to... Yes. I'm going to build them this way. That's what I'm going to do. And you will be called for the moment, but you will also be sorted out later. I've got schemes. I've got plans. We've got another law available. Now you'll notice that we're slowly but surely getting more and more 6 people than we can actually worry about in one place. But at the moment, I think we're okay with 6 people. Problem is that soon people are going to... In fact, people are quite hungry now. So to make our food last a little bit longer, I'm going to turn our regular food into soup. Again, ethical playthrough. Who doesn't like soup? You know? Did Jesus not stand on the top of Mount Cyanide, or whatever you call it, and turned 2 fish and 5 loaves into unlimited amounts of soup? That's how I remember the story anyway. So gonna wait for some more wood to come in. Where's the food? We have a little cookhouse. Oh, I love that. I hate this. I hate that this exists, but I love that this exists. So that's fine. We'll pop these guys down. We'll build a road to this house. Because apparently the guys can walk to these places without roads. They can't walk to houses without roads. So there we go. That's a thing. A protective mother. What's she up to? A mother has refused to let her daughter go to work, afraid she'll get injured. We could look the other way this time, but others might see this as unfair. And you know what? Child won't work for 24 hours, but hope will rise slightly. Or nothing will change. We're all about hope here. Protect the kids. Let her have the day off work. I might try that at work one day. Just sit around saying, you know what, boss? I don't fancy coming into work today because I might get injured. Shit, I've got no room, more room for cans. I've got a little desk next to my computer where I put beer cans. And I've quickly running out of room. But okay, so we've got 42 hungry, 30 homeless. Soon there will be building homes and stuff, which is totally fine. Plenty of room. Wood crates are depleted, so we can delete this gathering post and we can rebuild it over here where there are more wood thingy-majiggies. Resources, gathering post. Let me see if I can line this up quite nicely. Ah, shit. Hold on. It's a masterclass in city building. Almost a straight line, but we'll take it. If you can't tell, I've drunk quite a bit. I've drunk quite a bit, young man. And let's get the children off of here. We'll build them into here. And then the unlucky ones haven't quite escaped that. We'll put them back in. It's a dog-eat-dog world out in Frostpunk land. But that's okay. And look at that. Turning it all into soup. Soup will last us for ages. But we will need more food rapidly, quickly. Heaters have been researched. Let's see what else we can get. I do believe that with the heat going down twice, we can... I want hunter's gear for hunting food later on, but I'm thinking with the cold snap coming in the next day or two, let's go for a steam hub, which is basically this generator but a little bit smaller, and it can basically heat the area around it, so it can heat not only this gathering post, but also these workshops and these little tents outside. Also gives us a chance to maybe build up some more bits and bobs, which is totally fine. But I think generally we're doing alright for a start. We're doing alright. We've got good wood supply, good coal supply. And, oh, what are you? Treating the gravely ill. One of our people is gravely ill. If you sign the Radical Treatment Act, the gravely ill will be treated. Holy hell. That's quite a spicy can of Stella right there. The gravely ill will be treated on medical post, but they may undergo risky amputation as a result. Well, to be honest, ethical playthrough. Radical treatment to make sure that we might potentially save more lives. Yeah, we can sustain lives. Fair play. We can make sure they live long and happy lives. Or we can make sure that they live productive lives. From your perspective, viewer at home, would you like to live a long and happy life? Or would you like to live a useful life? I'm going to go for useful life. So radical treatment. Here we go. So even the radically ill can be treated in the hospital. But trust me, it'll make sense later on, because if you choose radical treatment, it allows you to be a lot more useful in your application of medication later on down the line. So people are being fed, resources are being collected. That is semi-useful. But this round of food will only last us for a day or two. Now, what I tend to do in my playthroughs of this is I have, like, places where I plan for it to be heated and places where I plan for it to not be heated. Why are you not... Are you just not building the roads, or are you just taking your time? Come on, guys. Build your things. There we go. Or is this just my life now? Is it just... I can see the road there. Street's not connected to a generator. Oh, right, hold on. Right. Clearly, without this little bit of road, they can't quite figure out how to get there. But it is... It's a video game, isn't it? End of the day, it is a video game. Right, so we now need to make some hunters' huts. I'm going to go for 2 for now. But that is quite the drain on resources. But that does mean that we will take other people off these wooden crates, because we're doing alright for resources. In all humble honesty. Though we might need to move our gathering post soon. I will build a road in advance for these coal bits over here. Oh, look. Oh, that breaks my heart. There are some people play this. I've watched some playthroughs, and everyone can like make these like beautifully intricate cities. I can't. One, because I lack the attention span, and two, because again, alcohol. We're about to get a cold snap, which is but a taste of what is to come. So let's compare and contrast how things turn. And look at that, all our tents go cold. Thankfully though, we can crank the heat up on our place. It does take a little while to warm these places up, but that's fine. He says, and actually, people of our convoy, with the basic resource secure for now, we can try to secure people that we left behind. Build a beacon. We can build a beacon, that's fine. Don't you worry about it. But with all these places being quite cold, I will now retract my dudes from here. And I will then... Oh, but... Perfect timing. Almost as if I planned it. Just as the cold snap happened, I'm going to retreat these people from freezing temperatures. I can now place them in their hunter's hut, where they can then collect food for later on. It's almost as if I have a rough idea of what I am doing. Next thing that we are going to plan to build is a beacon. Do I have a beacon? Or do I... oh no, I need to research that. Okay, fair enough. But at the moment, our tents aren't looking too warm. Although, I'll tell you what, we can overdrive. We can temporarily ruin our engine to make things a bit warmer. Again, just to reduce the amount of sick people that there will be. But soon there will be no sick people, for we are good, we are holy, we are great. Double rations for kids? No, because we don't want fat kids. And that is, fat kids is unethical. That is what I've learnt. Right, hear me now, right? Adaptation. We've gone for radical treatment. Now, what we can do to make sure that the ill are well looked after is go for overcrowding. Now, hear me out. Overcrowding. Is it ethical? Well, if you're from the UK, you will know that the NHS are packing loads of people into waiting rooms to make sure that they're well looked after. And if the NHS can do it, it can't be unethical. So I'm going to go for overcrowding. Or as we call it in the UK, no, I'm not going to say it. What I am going to say is that we're going to build a beacon. That's what I'm going to say. We are all friends here. We all believe in the system. It's totally fine. But yeah, we're alright for now. We've got coal. We'll have some... I know the food says red, but we'll have food coming in any moment now. And it takes a while to starve to death. So it's not too bad. We'll just collect our resources for now. We've got a surplus of 10 people. We need 5 people for a beacon. I might even, with our discontent being quite low, I might make the engineers work a bit harder. Cold homes! Captain, some of our people are concerned about the low temperatures in their homes. Quite sensible. We don't have... Mind you, selfie homes. You'll have to start heating one of the cold homes within 2 days. Then keep them heated for 2 days. Actually, we can fix that. We can fix that because I have the power of a steam hub, which I'm going to place... Oh, no. Oh, look at this, right? So, if you can tell by the outlines of these buildings, if they're orange, they're within the catchment area. So I can get the gathering post. I can't quite get that left-hand side workshop. However, the workshops are very, very well insulated, so I'm not going to worry about them too much at this stage. I'm going to move this little bit down here so I can build more housing areas. Because, I mean, look at these guys. They're... Oh, shit, never mind. They're not too warm. That's okay, we can fix it later on. They're only engineers. They can solve themselves. There we go, keep houses warm. We're doing alright, baby. We're doing alright. So, workshop almost finishing with that. Oh dear. Death of overwork. One of our people died suddenly during an emergency shift. We don't know what happened, but it's likely it was a heart attack. Well, I mean, it was in a warm place. Well, chilly, but relatively warm, considering the cold snap. And you were reading books. There was no pickaxe in the workshop, my friend. Communist propaganda. We all must make sacrifices to survive. Because sacrifices is ethically good. Well, I am running out of engineers. Oh, first death. Right, we actually need to bury people. Shit, I completely forgot about that. Don't worry, we'll come with that. We can only enact laws once every time we enact a law, the space between you can enact laws is extended. So at the beginning of the game, you can enact laws really, really quickly, but as the game goes on, you've got to be more tactical about it. But we are quite tactical people. We're very clever in what we do. Speaking of being clever, here is a beacon. We are lacking steel, though. 1 point of steel. Really annoying. In that case, let's turn our attention. We've got all the heating. I would assume... We've got plenty of coal left. We've got coal... we've only got 2 pieces of coal there. Let's research food gathering. We'll also start building preemptively for tomorrow's work shift a gathering post near these boys. Now, normally I would build these as close to the center as humanly possible, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to build these relatively near these steel points, because we're going to build like a little manufactorum around here. And the closer you can build all your buildings together, the less heat you need to spend by building all these steam hubs. So, yeah, we'll just go into the next morning. Now, to make sure that I don't ruin my first playthrough on this run-through, I've got to make sure that we don't let this generator overdrive too much. Because if it overdrives too much, then everyone will die. Which is not a vibe I am Right, so you've got nothing left to get. So we will reduce your workload. We will also discombobulate you and then move you. We'll bring the... Oh, that could be purely operated by children. Brilliant. And then we can also stop that... Oh, shit. Oh, because we turned the overdrive off, you promised people warmth, you broke your promise. No, dear oh dear. Oh, that's a shame. But if we didn't, then the generator would have exploded. Fine. We're being ethical. We're not going to punish them for their wants and needs. That beacon over here, the beacon does not require any heat, so it can stay in our non-heated section. Look at that, no one's sick, no... Well, I mean, 1 person's sick, 10 people are recovering. I would say we're doing a pretty good job at the moment. And the cold snap is going to end soon. Hunter's gear has been researched. Probably would be an idea to... How much wood do we have left? Not an amazing amount of steel neither. We might actually have to, before we tech into the major things later on, may as well turn the heating on in these places. Oh, I turned the heating on in you? Yes, I have. So let's research the basic resource things, then tech up into tier 2, and then we'll work out our strategy from there. So I'm thinking our closest resource that needs fixing. We've got coal for days. So let's do... Hold on, let's do wood, steel, and coal. Because wood is going to be... We've got all these trees down here. We've got a steam hub near... In fact, I should have probably moved that down a little bit further that way. Although maybe we could build our wood thing here. Or wood thing there. Build our steam things there. And then just kind of conglomerate our industrial sector in the top side here. That might be the play to make. God, this game is so pretty. I love it. I know I'm playing in the middle of summer. It is currently today, as of recording, summer solstice. Longest day in England. So, do with that information what you will. We're no longer lost and blind. For now, our people will be able to survey the icy barrens that surround us. Frostland. Very creative stuff. And like... Oh god, round the world in 80 days. That dude who had Passepartout. Funnily enough, I can remember the butler's name, but I can't remember the main guy's name. But yeah, we've got the hot air balloons ready to bring our people to explore the world. So we've got a choice between Lost Expedition and Observatory. Now, our previous mission, if you remember from maybe like 20 minutes ago or so, there was a woman who was like, oh my goodness, my daughter and husband or whatever, they're missing. This is the Lost Expedition. This is where they will probably be. So we need to recruit some die-hard fans. And we need to go over onto this side to rescue some boys and girls. Although I won't do too much in the way of spoilers for story, because most of the story in this game is done through the exploration, so I will keep stump on that. Just to make it more entertaining for you who haven't seen it. Or play this game. But like, if you have played this game, then you will know how it goes. So food is... we are starving. We are gradually getting more and more hungry. Oh. There is a way to fix this. Just depends on how hungry I'm willing to let people be. People cheer as a giant observation balloon soars above the city. This is a real feat. Everyone feels proud of the work they've done to make it happen. Volunteers have lined up eager to go looking for the lost people in Frostland. The woman who came forward earlier is among them. There we go. Look at that. I can remember the story. Now, finding lost people is the main way we increase our population. Believe it or not, in the days and months that we play this game, there's not enough to make new children or for the children to become adults, so we're kind of stuck with what we are. But that is fine. That is okay. Actually, yeah, hunger is getting quite a problem. How many more unemployed people? We've got 5 unemployed people. Let's build... Yeah, we won't have time to make anything more extreme. Let's build a hunter's hut. And we'll pull people off other resources for now. Just because I'm worried that things will get a little bit heated. More adaptation laws. What are we going to do to make sure that people... Oh, we need to build something to put our corpses in to make sure people aren't ill. So, I know what you're thinking. Ethical playthrough. Put people in the cemetery so people can mourn. Now, hear me out. Quote me later. What if we make a corpse disposal? We put people in a pile. So later on, we can harvest their organs to save people in the future. I know what you're thinking, Mr. Landshark. You ethical demon. Gandhi would blush at the amount of effort that you bring onto the table here. So we're going to do just that. We're going to make a snow pit. Well, bearing in mind, look at our hope. Our hope is very, very low. So we need to make sure that we are very, very careful on people not losing hope. Lost Expedition. The rest of our people made camp here too exhausted to go on. We should bloody hell. We should escort them to the city. Explore. We entered the camp, appearing out of the driven snow. A choir of excited voices welcome us. Thank God you found us. We've been wandering for days until we couldn't go on any longer. Soon we began to starve. Children and adults surround us, packed and ready to go. So we'll escort survivors to the city. We'll read the journal as well while we're here. Day 6. We entered the camp, appearing out of the driven snow. A choir of oh, fucking... Oh, well, good job. I've never bothered reading these journals before. That's just the same thing we've just read. So these people are coming. They're going to be quite hungry. So we need to... Oh, my goodness. I made soup a thing, but the standard meal option was on. We could have been making soup, gosh darn it, all this time. Well, no wonder why everyone was really happy with me earlier on. Right, well... Our poorly are fine. It's just mainly the concern with hunger. We need to just stick whatever men we can in there for now. Starving takes a while. A snow pit established. Well done us. We've got the bodies ready for that. Scout unit number 1 has returned safely to the city. They've brought people along. Look at those cold, dishevelled, carrying bags on the back. We'll look after them. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships. But shouldn't there be another settlement nearby? The first expeditions left London long ago. There ought to be a well-established by now. They'll surely help us find our footing. We'll go looking for the others. Absolutely we will. Scout squad number 1. Let's go to a sturdy shelter and see what is available in there. So we've got a whole bunch of homeless people now, which is a major problem. It's not what we wanted. It's not what we signed up for, certainly. Search for others. Oh, our people found a trail leading to the wilderness. We should follow it. We must find other people and ask them for help to secure our survival. So our coal reserves are still doing all right, although we have got 3 sick absences there. But the coal snap will end soon. More hungry people. The gathering post is quite warm. We're fine. Although these workshops are operating at minimum capacity. Well, not minimum, but less than optimal capacity. It might be worth just to alleviate our hunger. Because in Tier 2, we were able to get a hothouse, which lets us cook food with less... actually... Do we do that? Do we do that? Yes, we do, because we need any kind of help with food whatsoever. So we need 50 wood for that. We're nearly at 50 wood. We can delay people's housing for a little bit, I think. Although, mind you, we actually do have a sawmill now. So let's build a sawmill right up next to... Shit, these coal things are here. It's okay. We'll place it... We'll place it here. We'll make a road there. We will build a steam hub somewhere in the middle that captures a little bit of... I don't quite get these places neither, but I suppose we'll need it anyway. Let's build it right on the edge. At least these people get a little bit warmer. And with the spare wood that we have, because we're not building any... Oh no, we are building something. We need to get to Tier 2. These guys sitting around doing nothing is not good for their emotional well-being. But actually, we can... Have we got any more children? 1, 2, 3, 4. Add the children into there. Good lad. There we go. Got extra engineers, but not too many in the way of poorly people yet. Might benefit from getting an extra workshop, actually. Just to help us tier up a little bit quicker. So we'll do that as well. I know, stupid idea to do it now that we've got no tech to bring up, but at least it keeps the engineers somewhere warm. Provide shelter, we could do that. We could build tents. In fact, actually, we could do that right this very... No. You are not building shelters now. You are saving the wood for later. And in fact, actually, if workers, I will turn this to 10-day hour work. So it's not on... Because this is... No people live here, so there's no point actually turning it on while no one's out and about. And we will just fast forward, which is quite exciting. Got a new book of laws. Now, we don't need anything major at the moment. No one's poorly, so we don't need organ transplants. There's not a lack of resources. So what we're going to do is that we're going to get some fighting pits. Since we are very, very far north, the only way that people can really get hope... I mean, we're quite low on hope at the moment, but... If we build a fighting arena near everyone, at least near a couple of... where's the best place to put it? Here we get 3 houses. There we get 4. Oh, there we get 5. Okay, we'll build a fighting pit there. So to reduce discontent, if people punch each other in the head, they become less angry at me. That's the idea. And also... Oh no, never mind. Fighting arena has been built. Coal snap will end soon. No point in overcharging our thingy just yet. And the coal is doing alright for now. The coal will be alright. Although it's not looking pretty, I'll be honest. 7 hours left. We are running it quite tight. You know, that's how we like to roll. Like, minus 30 degrees, and look at that. Brimming with warmth. Got a couple of days before our second coal snap just to return us to our previous... I think it's not going to be a major thing, but we'll be alright. Explore. Sturdy shelter. The shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted on the heavy round door. To all scientists, if you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This means there's another... Oh, this means there's another city out there. A sign posted by the trail points in 2 directions. London, What, 1,934 miles, home 27 miles. Science discovered a steel bridge. So got bits and bobs there, which is quite nice. We'll go to steel bridge next. And then we'll come back over here. The sawmill is gathering wood for us. We need... Was it 50? Was it 50? It was indeed 50, so that's what we need. Get that 50 on the go. And once that is done... Oh, we can actually now discombobulate this. We will research tier 2. And then we can also put our next gathering post around these places. Just because this is our last stretch of steel left before we need to start actually making steel gathering places. Can I make you a thing? Keep it online, Mr. Landshark. Oh, need more wood. Fair enough, but I did it. I made it online. So well done, me. And actually, our food is not doing too bad. So I might not need to waste any high-tech resources on any food production stuff, but problem with food is that it's quite difficult to maintain. Providing shelter, we may as well do that actually while we're here. Let's go for 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. Okay, maybe not, because again, we can't build roads. And heaven forbid, put the children in there. There we go. While waiting, bridge to water home. A brass plaque on the bridge tower reads, built by the people of Winterhome in AD 1887. The bridge is kept completely snow-free by a working automaton. Nice one. Look at him go, maintaining that bridge. I'll tell you what, we stopped at the edge of the deep, wide ravine, marvelling at the steel bridge spanning it. Even more so the huge automaton sweeping snow from the roadway. It would be possible to send the machine back to our city or disassemble it for resources. We're gonna bring this. We're gonna bring him back. Automaton, a very useful resource here. Oh, actually, no. Hold on. Let me move these guys over. Weather station, large convoy. Let's go to the large convoy, just to make sure that we can gather all our bits and bobs. But essentially, when that automaton comes back over here, oh geez, we do not have coal. Quick, emergency. Work 24/7. We might need more stuff in the form of coal. Are you coal over here? You are coal. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit more coal as the day goes on. Oh, no, don't put them down there. A couple more days before the cold snap. Once we get to tier 2, we might have to focus on, well, steel and coal. We've got a ready supply of wood coming in. We need something to do with coal. We need something to do with steel. Now, do we build something with... So we've got a steam core. And steam cores are very essential in this game because they're basically superpowered... Not superpowered, but they're really, really useful, reliable structures for resources. And obviously, you've got so many resources to be able to have to maintain. So do we dedicate some steel core to coal, to steel, or to wood? Now I'm thinking coal is probably our main concern, considering that we're quite low on everything. But we can survive for days without food. We can survive for days without wood and steel. But coal, once coal goes, that's it, we're knackered. A child dies overwork. Well, don't you worry, we must make sacrifice to survive. Older, mind you. End emergency shifts for the day. Hope will rise slightly. No, we don't need hope. We're fine without hope. We've got, this child, unpopular decision. Don't worry, we can raise hope later on by making good choices, which we most certainly will. Although our ill are actually growing quite considerably. Oh, that's because we've not built any houses. Whoops. That's fine, don't you worry about it, young man. We will solve this anytime soon. Let's wait for 30 wood. Oh, build chores, there we go. Hope rising. And we can also, to make sure that everyone's happy, we can start building pubs. Because pubs are the way forward. If you want to inspire the future, you need to make sure that everyone can go to the pub. Right, so coal mining. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the thing with the steam core. Oh, that's steam coal mining. Right, okay, fair enough. We don't quite have the population for a coal thumper, because a coal thumper requires... I know we've already got... A coal thumper essentially requires not only the coal thumper to exist, but also 2 gathering posts to exist. We've already got 1 up north. We just need to add an extra one. So that will be working just fine. And it's cheap. It's cheap to... Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it. It's fine. It's fine. We'll make it work. Because this gathering post will one day be nil point. So that's fine. We're making it work. We're playing the feud. Gathering has reached the convoy. Oh, large convoy. Hello, convoy. The workers who were riding in this convoy told us they were heading for the city of Winterhome. We were supposed to follow the signal from the beacon, but we couldn't pick it up, they say. We tried to follow a search pattern to find it, but we ran out of fuel. Let's escort these bad boys back into the city. We do need more workers. And of course these guys have got lots of gubbins for us to play with. But we've got coal here to play with. That's fine. Not bad at all. We do need more houses, Mr. Landshark. No, we don't need more adaptations. Bring us the tents. I'd make a World of Warcraft joke right now, but if you know the tent joke in World of Warcraft, I won't want to make you cringe. And if you don't know it, well then, like, I don't know what you want from me. Right, so we also need another... How many more engineers? We've got enough for most of the hospital. So health, we need 25 wood. We will get that in a moment's notice, I imagine. There we go. We'll stick you there. Best thing about nighttime is all of a sudden, even though people worked all day long, at nighttime everyone's keen to build shit. There we go. We will also... Do we need to... We don't need to heal any... or heat any of you guys at the moment. Not if our coal supply is running quite low. Coal snap on the way. We will save our overdrive for later on. But we do need to build a public house to build up hope. How much do you cost public house? 20 wood and 10 steel. We're not doing too bad on the steel front. It's the wood front that we're really struggling with. Although we do have a lot of wood coming in, to be honest. So once these guys come back with all the plebeians and all their food as well, we should be alright just to upgrade everyone's houses and then get some serious coal production on the go. That's my thinking anyway. What's going on here? Resource shortage. Yes, I know, but we can't build any new laws. Oh no, we can build new laws. Now do... Do we go for... Now I'm thinking... Oh, hope will slightly fall if we hire prostitutes. Okay, fair enough. Moonshine, every meal slightly lowers discontent and eating soup causes less discontent. Discontent is not a problem. We don't need alcohol for this. What we need is something to increase hope. Sit, recover faster, organ transplants. That's, to be honest, that's probably the way forward. Although care home, hope will rise slightly. We're able to put really poorly people in there, which might actually be an idea. 25 wood and 5 steel. It's wood, man. It's wood. It's all about the wood. Here we go. Oh, speaking of wood, there we go. The wood problem has been fixed. Let's stick you... We don't actually need you to be... That would then make you have to be operable 24/7. I don't want that. So stick you there. We need 4 extra tents. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look how benevolent we're being. The masses are being housed. Ethical playthrough here. We'll send you back out into the absolute fucking unknown, the weather station, because that was generally where we wanted to be beforehand. The coal thumper has been researched. What's our next research? I assume it would be steelworks, because we can't not have steel once this thing runs out. Only 35 steel left. The coal thumper currently... Oh, Jesus. Currently unoperative. We do need that coal thumper up and operational ASAP. Let's build all this stuff around the coal thumper. Resources gathering post. Stick you all on the side. We'll also build a pub. A public house, as they are known. Now, do you need to be heated? Probably. Well, I mean, in the future, when this this wood section's over with, we will be moving the sawmill over here, so I imagine this will be the next best place to build stuff. I'm going to pop you there. That's what I'm going to do. That's my thinking. That's my theories. We've got more engineers on the go. Might actually need to put some engineers inside these coal thumpers as well. Carehouse promise fulfilled. Hope rises. Look at that. We are bringing joy towards the nation here. The automaton on his way. Only 2.5 hours left. Now, can we actually solve our wood problem? Or maybe even our... steelworks. So just to save on resources for now, pop 2 of you there. Build a road. We've got 48 unemployed people. Do I want to... that's so unfortunate that they're not close enough for heating. Let me pop some workers in there. Public house has been built. We shall... We'll sort our coal problem out first before we build anything else. So let's build a secondary coal thumper. 2 more gathering posts. I know people who are familiar with this game will be screaming at me right now, but don't worry about it. This dude right here will operate the secondary coal thumper. Everyone else will go to the other gathering posts. And then eventually I will transition to something a little bit more aerodynamic. But for now, I just want to make sure that the coal's okay. Once the coal's cushy, we'll be vibing. But until then, we ain't vibing. No cap for real, if you get my drift. So let me... Hello! Using automatons. Our first automaton is operational. This will help our economy greatly. Blah, 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 blah. Don't need manual crew labours. I've explained it. But we can rename him. So I'm going to call him... Long-time fans of the channel will know that the big Scoinsy is our main lad. Base efficiency is only 60% efficient at what he does, but then again... So is Scoinsy IRL. We'll stick boys in you. We'll put the heaters on. Put the automaton inside the coal thumper. And yeah, to be fair, as much as I am trying to avoid sticking an overlapping heat source here, look, can I push you out just a little? Nah, I can't really. That's fine, that's fine. We'll move you somewhere else eventually. It's gathering post. Why have you not got any friends in there? Stick some children in you. Put some guys in you. Put some guys in you. And we can spare a couple of Can we spare a couple of engineers, Mr. Landshark? Let's keep 15 spare, so I've got 3 options available later. It's the heating on you as well. About to get the cold snap tomorrow. I'm not feeling confident about this. Right, what upgrade do we go for next? We've got absolutely every resource on the down low. let's go for... Right, at the moment, all of these things are yellow. But let's turn the heating on for you guys as well. It might be worth, for our coal production, to research some... Oh no, all the efficiency things are tier bloody 3. How much do you cost? That's quite expensive. If I go for more scouts, they can look around the planet more and find more good things. But, if I build these hothouses... Now if you notice, all these hunters' huts take 15 guys. If I could replace 15, 30, 45 hunters' huts with hothouses and stick them in this general area... I mean, look at that. We've got all this... All these things that we've got no men to occupy them, so I tell you what, that is what we're going to do. We're going to research the horse house to free up some labour. What do I get rid of? We've got loads of food. Let's get rid of one of these hothouses. Oh, sorry, one of those hunters' huts. Preemptively. And then we'll also stick some guys in there. Might even be worth sticking an engineer or two in there. Oh, go on then. Against my will. I know that they're meant to be the Brahmin class. But that is what we'll do. It's not the most efficient playthrough I've ever made. Oh, actually, do we have enough time? Oh, I might need to activate collection 24/7 go. Because we're about however many hours away from running out of coal. Jesus, we're cutting it very fine here. But we're cutting it fine so we can sort out our resources later. That is the idea behind it. Loads of people are getting quite poorly. A refusal to work. A man assigned to the emergency shift has refused to work. He said that he's already worn out and doesn't want to end up dead like one of his friends. Well, in that case, what we shall do is that we shall let him rest, because we're ethical. We're ethical people here, boys and girls. That is what we do, baby. That is what we do.
Bundle up. It's getting colder.
It's getting colder. Let's just turn you up for the moment, just so not everyone's dying of frost from the get-go. Although, while you... In fact, we'll turn you on 24/7 now. Just to make sure that you're warm for when people come in. Because it does take a little while for things to warm up.
Work time.
Although this colour's not increasing at the speed that I want it to. It's a bit tense. Not gonna lie, kids. Might even be worth clawing off more men from these hunters' huts and letting us starve for a little bit. Just so we can... I mean, the hothouses are on the way. So let's do that. Let's bring more boys to the forward front. Let's get these steel mills on the go. Let's make sure that... Do we have enough people for... Nah, let's leave the automaton there. A frightened patient. One of our people is facing death. He's refusing amputation. He keeps screaming that he doesn't want anyone to touch his leg, and he won't change his mind, even though gangrene will kill him in a matter of hours. Now, here is an ethical question. If you didn't want amputating, because you just couldn't stand the idea of being alive while being amputated, is it ethical to amputate you and make you live a life of which you find personally horrific? Or is it ethical to make you run the chance of dying but maybe potentially surviving? I'm going to, because we're ethical, leave him be. That's what my brainy doodad's thinking. Alright, this workshop is taking way too long to research this shit. I mean, our discontent's not too far ahead. We might be able to actually play with it a little bit. Hothouse has been generated. Or research, sorry. Just take one steam core. We might be able to bring... Yeah, this is just going to be pure resource-focused areas, I think. Although one hothouse probably won't do it for all of us. Is there anywhere else I can squeeze shite in? Oh, we will be building over this way anyway, won't we? So let's let's do that there. Can I fit... Oh, gee, I can't fit you quite in here. That's so upsetting. That's okay. We'll build you there. Alrighty, what's going on down here? Steam cores, yep. Essentially that thing is telling us that, oh, watch out for your steam cores, because you might lose out on things. Someone died. Painful death. The patient who refused amputation has just died of gangrene. We did our best to ease his pain, but he's suffering... but he suffered terribly in the end. It was his choice. That's what it was. He did his own thing. I don't want to judge him for his life choices. Right. Coal. Coal mining. Charcoal kiln. We turn wood into coal. Problem is, it's 30 wood and 30 steel. That's quite the investment. But that would mean that any further... Or do we just buckle down? Do we just go for tier 3 and then build up steam coal thumpers? Do we have populations coming in? We need more people. We need more people. Let's research more scouts. Get more human beings in. I reckon we can ride this. I reckon we can ride the small amount of coal that we've got for now. We can make new laws to make people more happy. Right, okay. I'm thinking, for the sake of humanity and for hope, we need to take the organs of those who die and give it to the sick people, because we're getting a fair few bit of sick people here. And it doesn't seem to make anyone unhappy. It's recycling, that's what it is. Right, the heat is doing alright for now. Oh, double click. Need to keep our eye on that generator. We're nearly close to things being warmed up a little bit again. This gathering post, probably where most of our sick are coming from. Need to keep our eye on this because that's where an additional source of coal is coming from. Right, the hothouses are being finished. We'll stick engineers in you because the hothouse is quite warm. This hothouse, however, is not quite warm. We'll stick a steam hub around this area here. And it will warm up the public house as well, which is something. Now, who do we put? We just don't have people. We don't have human beings to bring back to the table. Food for overtime work? Absolutely not. Gaining too many calories is just not ethical, is it? Not ethical at all. Mind you that when this gathering post is done, we can then stick these people inside the hothouse. So that is something. Although we will have to turn this off at some point. In fact, I'm going to turn this off because I am quite drunk and I daren't manage it. So, we'll turn the hospital up a little bit. We'll turn the hothouse up as well. But expect some sick people coming in. The hothouses should hopefully start producing food to feed people. But in all fairness, it doesn't look all that pretty. A weather station. We found coal and steam cores. Now, we found scientist notes. They predict that the Great Cold is going to get much worse. What's most troubling is that observations ended abruptly months ago. That's also not a can of spam. Not even a crumb... Oh, sorry. There's not even a can of spam. Not even a crumb of bread left in the pantry. It's obvious they moved out for good. We can see the city of Winterhome from the roof of the weather station. So Winterhome is basically the main story of where like everyone went to towards the end. This is basically the capital city of the wasteland. So we should see how things go. A note of thanks. Someone has left a note at the care home. It reads, "Thank you. With all the work we had to have to do, it's so hard for family to properly take care for the invalid. Places like this make life a little easier for all of us. Well done us, we are ethical." Abandoned station. The recent report from the weather station has got people talking. They're frightened that such an important facility was apparently abandoned. Some are starting to wonder whether the evacuation from London was a good idea. A few are lamenting openly. I knew we shouldn't have come. At least London has real houses, not tents and wooden shacks. Well, don't you worry, boys and girls. I'm sure it will all go just fine. We need people in the hothouse. I don't care how many people there are available. We need some people in there. The workday is open. It's time to work. What on earth are we going to do here? There's not many people sick. There's not many people poorly. The coal's totally fine for now. It'll get a little bit warmer for a couple of days. So what do we need? What have we got available? What we're researching? So additional scouts. So we can gain more people. Anything else? Problem with coal thumpers is that's so resource intensive. You've got 10 people working in here, and then 20 people working the gathering post nearby. Which is not ideal. What we could do with is an upgrade to them to make them steam, but we need to get into tier 3 for that. And tier 3 is a lot of wood and steel, so I assume we'll let that play through. They'll collect the resources. When this thing finishes, we will then start researching it. There we go. It's definitely tier 3, isn't it? Tier 3 for the steam coal. Well, mind you... Is this a good idea? Probably... Yes, it is. It is. It's a great idea, Stephen. I mean, Miss Landshark. Don't dox yourself. If I look at the sheer amount of coal that we've got coming in, it's fine. So they're doing tier 3. What did we just research? I completely forgot. Oh, it was an additional scouting party. So we had 5 people. Tell you what, we can peel 5 from you. We need 40 wood dirt. Our discontent has fallen quite considerably, so tell you what, with our discontent falling, ethically, I will do an emergency shift here. Come on, boys, work for the party, work for the Chads at home. Winterhome, though. We climb up the edge of the city. We stood there speechless, staring at the scene of devastation. It's a city of dead. Most of the buildings are destroyed and the generator has exploded. Ooh. The streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead bodies. The city's chronicle describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair. The following squabbles, riots, and descent into anarchy, fights for dwindling resources and the eventual starvation. Last entry, God forgive us, we're eating our dead. There is no hope. We're on our own. The news has shocked everyone in the city. There were supposed to be many... Oh, bloody hell, and the light dims just as that happens. There were supposed to be many settlements and construction crews here. People living normal lives in homes heated by generators. But we're alone. Hope falls. We should have never left Britain. And you know what? No good plan starts with leaving Britain. Unless it was the Empire. But why did Winterhome fall? Who really knows? They're all dead. How will we survive without there any help? We have to go back to London. There's no hope for us here in this frozen desert. People start to gather as the news of the fate of Winterhome spreads through the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to settle in. So, we need to make sure that we're able to inspire people to stay. We can either essentially go for communism, or we can go for a theocracy. And I, for one, the most ethical choice to make would obviously be Jesus. Because what would Jesus do? He would choose himself. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to build houses of prayer to make sure that everyone can pray the cold away. Because that's how it would work. But, you know what? We've been here for a while. We've been playing this game for quite some time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it here. I'm going to try and make this into a 3-part series, assuming that I can actually complete the game and not fail. So this is the beginning. We've done quite well. There'll be a middle, I assume we'll fail a little bit, and there'll be an end where we'll claw onto our very tippy toes to see if we can survive. So, hope you join us there. If you like this video, we occasionally do random games, but mostly it's Dawn of War, Warhammer kind of stuff. If you like it though, have a look at the Patreon. £1 a month gets you one extra game of Dawn of War a week, which is kind of cool. And also, there's a Discord where Discord things happen, which is more Dawn of War stuff. But like, just stick around. Give us a subscribe, because, you know, I'm just doing my best here. Anyway, God bless you. Love you. Good night. God bless. Toodle pip.